We keep hearing the term inclusive leadership, but what does it really mean? I think that's a very good question. To be honest, I don't really know. I'm still exploring, and I think I will keep exploring what being inclusive really means. I see that there are many experts on the topic. There are many people who have decided to define and to clarify for us and to spend time making sure that we have a deeper understanding of what is inclusive and what is exclusive from a lived experience. And then there are all these other, maybe more conceptual conversation. I wanted part of this conversation because inclusion in my world comes in multiple forms. I think the term inclusive leadership refers to the capacity of someone who is leading a vision for an organization or for a country or for a political party or any initiative of any kind, and who has a behavior who demonstrates a capacity to include other perspective, point of view, trajectory, type of humans, and also beyond the human species in their consideration as they engage reflection and co-creative initiative to manifest that vision and facilitate the emergence of a world or of a community or a product or an organization or service which intend to serve a community of stakeholders and clients or citizens or human beings who are themselves quite diverse and therefore meeting or receiving what has been defined, created, and delivered in the first or as a reciprocal or in the second place. What I understand by inclusive leadership is really the capacity to include the diversity being available and being visible also in front of me as a leader or as a follower, because followers lead as much as leaders. Followers are leaders enablers, and they themselves represent leadership for everybody else who is following them or who co-follow with them an initiative or a vision. So inclusive leadership is the capacity to include what I can observe in my consideration and also recognize that I can only include what I see and therefore need to be ready to include what I will discover. And therefore understand that diversity of thoughts, diversity of behavior, of emotion, of experience, of worldview are the key for me to be able to integrate as much as possible within, of course, the constraint of my mind and my psyche and my personality or my personal development, what's available around me so that we together can create and offer an inclusive environment for other people to play with and to engage with. In very practical terms, what does that mean? It simply means that I learn to pay attention and I learn to look a little bit more deeply my experience or my context, my environment, and recognize some of the tension I feel around myself, within people and within myself, and start to learn to include people across generation, for instance, or across gender, or the diversity of masculine and feminine energy being available within people, or the diversity of behavior based on academic studies or non-academic studies, and learn to appreciate perspective and value voices for what they can bring and they can offer to our conversation, and therefore define and design decision-making process and reflective process, which are not afraid of, or which are including also various ways of being in conversation and being in co-creation and being in brainstorming and being in deciding, so that we can be in integrity with the world around us, not only the economic world around us, but the social world, the philosophical world, the natural world around us, so that we can then make available construct or context or environment or structure which are inviting and open for people coming from other position on the range of the diversity of behavior and thoughts. That's what I wanted to say at this stage. Thank you for listening.